Think back to when you were a young child. What did you aspire to be when you grew up? Perhaps you're thinking back to times when you would say you wanted to be an astronaut, a movie star, maybe even a superhero. Yes, we all have these aspirations at one time. Although, of course, as we aged, our goals became more realistic as we learned more about ourselves, our gifts and talents, and what will be available to us once we grew up. Today, I want to tell you about what my career goal is, nursing. I'll explain why I want to go into this field, how I'll get there, and I'll also describe some opportunities there are for me to further my education if I decide to do so. To start off, I'll tell you about why I want to become a nurse, rather, who and what made me realize that this is what I wanted to do. My sister, Georgia, was the person responsible for introducing me to the healthcare field, more specifically nursing. She went to the nursing program at Tri-County and actually graduated this past May with her associate's degree. She was fortunate to find a job with that degree, and the hospital where she works is paying for her to further her education by getting her bachelor's degree. I am essentially following in her footsteps. After being introduced to this possibility by my sister, I did some research and took part in some things myself to figure out if this is really what I wanted to do. I went to the Career and Technology Center starting my sophomore year with a sports medicine class and had completed the health science program by the end of my senior year. Taking those classes had the biggest influence on my decision to become a nurse. Through the many classes I took, I discovered my passion for learning about the human body and the privileges there are in caring for it. I found passion in helping other people, and I knew I was made to be a nurse. Now I'll explain how I plan on achieving this goal of being a nurse. First and foremost, I need to get my prerequisites in order to get into the Tri-County nursing program, which is what I'm doing right now. Some people choose to transfer to a four-year college after getting their prerequisites, but I'm choosing to stay and do the nursing program at Tri-County because that's what I think is best for me. Soon, I'll be able to apply and hopefully get in. I've had to make sure my grades are kept up since the nursing application runs off of a point system. The better grades I have and the higher scores I get, the easier it will be for me to get into the program. Once I get in, I have plans to complete it and graduate with an associate's degree. Once I graduate, I'll plan on taking the NCLEX and hopefully passing it. The NCLEX is the test that nurses have to take to be registered. Hopefully, like my sister, I can find a job somewhere that will pay for me to get my bachelor's degree. Regardless, my bachelor's degree is my ultimate goal. Most places prefer that the nurses they hire have a bachelor's degree. It will set me up for furthering my education as well. This brings me to my next point, what my options are and what I would do if I decide to further my education. If in the future I choose to go back to school, I want to become a CRNA. CRNA stands for Certified Registered Nurse Anesthetist. These people work in settings where anesthesia is delivered, and they work alongside anesthesiologists, surgeons, and other healthcare professionals. This job requires hard work, which I think I'm fit for, and the outlook for employment is great. To become a CRNA, I would need a bachelor's degree, which I, like I said, plan on receiving regardless. After this, I need a few years of experience working in acute care as a nurse. With this experience in my degree, I will be qualified to apply for a CRNA program and become a CRNA. Today, I've explained my career goal. I've told you how my sister and my own experience led me to discover my talents and influence my decision in becoming a nurse. I mentioned that I plan to achieve my goal by completing the nursing program at Tri-County, getting my associate's degree, and going on to get my bachelor's. Lastly, I explained what a CRNA is and why I want to eventually become one if I continue to further my education. Think back again to what you thought when I asked you what you used to say what you wanted to be when you were younger. It came quicker than you thought, didn't it? But who says we can't be astronauts, movie stars, or superheroes? Some superheroes don't wear capes and latex costumes. I plan to be a superhero that wears scrubs and latex gloves.